just getting up to the forest now. I've got about a 20-minute drive into camp. Just started to get a bit of drizzle, which means it's going to be hard for me to get out in a couple of days, but we'll get in, set up camp and go get some cameras and then set up for an afternoon hunt. Getting keen. Okay, so we're just about to head off to check camera one and head down some of these sort of gullies and saddles that link these two systems together and see what we can see on the way. I was going to think about driving down there, but I'm only here for a couple of days before I've got to head back before I race back out, so I don't want to disturb the systems too much. So I'm going to head down here, check camera one, and then go again for this afternoon. Hopefully the wind stays like this and we can get into the other system, check that other camera, and it's not too far from camp, that one, so a little bit better for last night. What a change it is from the weekend. Have a look at this weather, it's like 17, 18 maybe, bit of drizzle, bit of cloud. What a stark difference to the 30-degree days on the weekend. So hopefully they've kicked off by now. We've had a little bit of rain, the humidity's just risen right up, but I don't know how the hell the snake's still out. It's pretty crazy actually. Just bumped a wallaby at like 20 metres, so the wind must be pretty favourable. And these big bowls where these systems meet, sometimes pretty hard to work out what the wind's doing. But I'm definitely not going that way with the snake. There's red. Big freezer filler spiker. I actually lost a bit of the meat from the one Dad lost. I could have a second one if I want, but I'll leave that other spiker. Leave that other spiker there. He still doesn't know what's going on. He's just there with his mate. Overwhelmed right now. It's literally been, I don't know, an hour into walking just to check my cameras. I just saw him just bedded underneath that tree. Gave me plenty of time for a shot and he didn't move. Oh man, now he's only a spike, but 80 metres. Couldn't pass it up and all I saw was him sleeping first hour. Meat's in the freezer for a week now. Oh, sorry, half a year now, a year. Oh, can't imagine the feeling when you get a big one. Now, I'm heading back out, going to try to get to the closest road. Drop this off and then come back for that other back leg, 2 front legs. It's kind of good. We got back leg, back straps, neck, head. So we'll just see how we go. Okay, back for round 2. Hopefully we can do this in a second trip, and then gotta go back up and get the car, and I can get the car within about 200-300 metres. So It's alright, I've got the 500 metre walk, 600 metres back in, back out, drop, 800 metre back up to camp, straight up a friggin' hill, drive down, and 300 metre walks. At least the pack's empty this time. I've dropped everything back there. Sometimes it's not shooting the animal that's hard. I did say I didn't want to shoot a spiker, but first day, first walk, hour into our walk, and the freezer is a bit low. I was hoping we were going to save that meat from the buck on the weekend. Everything that was on the underside kept the heat, so the back straps and neck are alright. And I think out of the 3 legs we got, only 1 leg was okay. The rest just obviously turned overnight and looked okay when we were cutting it off, but just hasn't set. So that meat still won't go to waste, it's going to go to the dog. But need human meat first. When Dad called me, he's like, "Oh Rob, that meat's gone off." I was like, alright, well, now my first job is to get meat. It's very similar to last year. First job was to get meat. It happened in a very similar scenario. Sorry, it's getting all foggy here. In the first 15 minutes, we've got a nice pretty day, so we'll just play this hunt out. It's nice and cool, so I can hang these legs overnight. And hopefully tomorrow's not too hot and get them in the esky. And then got Friday, because I've got to be home on Friday night, and then do it all again on the weekend. And now it's purely modelling up and get myself a fallow. That's the other thing. Alright, let's pump back in and get the rest of this meat. There's got to be at least another 40 kilos there. 2 front legs and a back leg. It's just drizzling a bit, which is making it bearable. Just having a bit of a breather. I had to stop twice on the last trip to get back. Tell you what, I'm going to sleep well tonight. I am going to go sit on my other camera at last light, but man, big day. Oh, where's that second job? You. So, get absolutely drenched here. Got my pack on with me pack cover over my head. Yeah. Oh, last trip, absolutely wrecked. So it's going on 20 to 4. It's probably the better part of 4 hours, 3.5 hours packing out now. Oh. So this rain has just passed, and it's 6 o'clock now with it's got about an hour and a bit of shooting time. I do have to pick up my other camera, so I'm gonna head down there, pick it up and sit down to the last light and hopefully hear our first roars and see anything like this morning. Walk in, see something and bag it, so see what happens. I'm super pumped, I'm super happy, super appreciative of today. The state forest, guys. People say there's nothing in them, especially this forest. Anyway, let's get at it. Just sitting off my camera now. There's a few wallabies down on that green grass feeding, not too far from the camera. And the city is pretty large. Shooting light. And I'm just going to duck in and grab my camera and head out. I don't want to set this area up too much. Just straight down, straight out. Still haven't seen any real rubs or scrapes or anything. Still haven't quite worked this forest out in regards to those areas, but hopefully tonight I'll hear some roars and we can work out where one of the bigger boys are. So it's still early, you can see lights just starting to come up behind me, so I'm going to get my kit together and start heading off now. Start walking these few valleys that I've had pinned for a while. I just finished sorting the meat and got into the esky this morning, let it set last night. I think it was like 10 degrees overnight. Doesn't fit in me esky, so I've got back straps and neck in the fridge, and then all the legs in the esky. But I've had to ratchet strap it closed, and I've got a couple of ice bottles in there, which not sure how much longer they're going to last. But I've got that ratchet strap on there to let nothing out during the day. It's only supposed to be a top of like 18 today, so it's supposed to start pissing down at lunch anyway, so we'll see how we go today. Check out a few more spots, and I'm not sure if we might be trying to get out this afternoon or we'll still wait till after a hunt tomorrow morning. Anyway, that's the plan. Okay, so we're just coming out now, right on, half an hour before sunrise. So we're going to start making our way. Still haven't heard any roars. I'm just going to sort of follow this ridge parallel to the road for a bit this morning, and get up high and see if we can hear anything first, and then we'll do our usual sit and wait, and then slowly move our spots and work our way through this big creek line back to camp before it starts bucketing down. I have the feeling you're on top of the clouds. I don't know if you can see behind me. It's the clouds right over there, way below me. I'm going to try to get up a bit higher and get a photo of this. This is something I don't want to miss. So we're at the top of this massive junction now. All these valleys combine, and doing what the legend does, Profty. Just sitting and listening for this first half hour. Seeing if we can hear anything. There's no roars yet. Even though that light is supposed to bring them on, so. The sun's just poking its head up now. Sit here for a bit longer and start dropping in and working half the way, 3/4 of the way up these systems, so we can well, it's not raw, but it's a bit of a grunt. Working these systems on the way back. I want to make sure we can see the bottom because they might be in there feeding, but they should be bedded up high. Keynotes. So we're almost at the end of our first sit and wait for this morning. Coming up on an hour and up real high. Haven't heard much. Quite still this morning, very still, no wind. Only the thermals dragging the heat out of the system as the sun comes up. So I'm going to drop down a bit deeper now. Probably another 200 metres into the valley, and start working our way back around this system. But what a beautiful morning it is. Doesn't this just make it all worth it? So it's taken me about half an hour just to drop right in. I'm about 100 metres from the creek now. I'm just trying to skirt this edge and work my way back along that creek line now. It's been a very quiet morning. Very quiet. Check out this for a sitting spot. Nice. Bench right here. Got cover in front of me. And check out this view. Need I say more? Thermals are dragging my heat back up that way in my scent. I was going to keep stalking, but this place is too good not to sit. I just heard my first roar. It's really half-hearted, but it was way up in there. Really half-hearted, just like a... That was it. Just about to sit here on this spot now and also if any other roars come down the valley. Red deer shit. The size of them. Last sit and wait for the morning. So we head up to camp. We're about 500 metres from camp, so last sit and wait, and then we'll head up and we might actually pack up and move a bit higher onto the next ridge over there. And it's actually the way I wanted to try and get out, because with all this rain I don't think I was going to get out the way I came in. And yeah, camp up high, hopefully towards where I maybe heard that roar this morning. It gives me a quick, easier, well hopefully once I get up this hill onto the other side, gives me an easier route out for tomorrow. So, just moving camp in anticipation of this downpour this afternoon. Hoping to get out this afternoon. We're pretty much driving up to one of, if not the highest point in the forest, which has a whole bunch of fingers that run into it. So, if the big boys have already got the girls and they've pushed them up high, hopefully that's where we're going to hear some rolls. Stormed on today, we're getting stormed on again now. It was a hectic drive around the mountain. It was sort of a big glad I did to get out of there. Just gonna go visit some of these pine fingers I saw earlier in the year when I was setting the camera up. See if I can get a fallow. There was definitely a fallow sign in there. Maybe not a red, but even just getting the pines and out of this rain. See what happens. Well, it's day 3, morning of, just getting out here, right on shooting light. Still no roars yet. Hopefully when this light comes up, it might get them going a bit, who knows. We drop into some of these systems, do a quick loop, and then meet run back home. So we're at our first sit and wait spot for the morning. Get out of the way. It's a bit of a saddle across this mountain. You see we've got a high ridge up there. A low ridge down there. So there's a low ridge down there, and then there's this even lower saddle just here, sort of bridges the two. Now deer aren't going to want to walk directly up a mountain if they don't have to. They will walk around, or they take one of the easiest routes. I find saddles are real good transit zones to find them hopping over from one system to the other system. I do have another system behind me though, which I wouldn't mind checking out, but this one in front looks like it's going to get a bit of sun when it comes up, so it might be good to see someone feeding up out of it. Sit weight wasn't too productive now. If that guy was roaring, there was only a couple. You can see I'm trying to target that nice sunny face over there on the other side. We've had not cold but wet days all yesterday afternoon. Thunderstorm. Not sure how much that bothers deer, but it bothered me, so a nice warm morning like this, I'd expect them to be feeding up, sitting up on these slopes. Why wouldn't you want to be there, right? You know, there's a whole bunch of trails and look like bedding areas that could be for kangaroos all through here, so just keep following along the edge of this system. Have a look over there. You can see the main system runs and then up around there. Excuse the focus. And these fingers here. This one. And then this one. It's these real tight, dense fingers that the stags, I believe, are going to push up to during the day and bed down, push the girls up out of the systems. It's really hard to hunt real tight, thick stuff, but where else would you want to be if you were a deer? So I'm heading home now. Meat shopping's been done. Even though he's a small bloke, I couldn't pass up the opportunity I had the other day. So quick meat drop back home, and then back out tomorrow to find his bigger brother. Just want to say a big thank you to all the boys that have already reached out, sent me a message. Not that anyone else is less special, but Profty for taking the time out of your own hunt to give me a buzz. That was something special. One of the big people that inspired me, inspired all of us state forest hunters to keep pushing and striving to get animals on the ground. So thanks mate, it really meant a lot.